Hey everybody, welcome to Marvel Movie News, show number 100. Today we have so much to talk about. Perhaps the biggest news ever. Darryl might be in Thor Ragnarok. It's gonna be a good show. Sit right there, we'll be right back.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's
Cold
Marvel
opens.
Movie News.
I'm the best cold opener ever. Hey everybody! Right now I'm so good.
100th episode!
100th episode! Yeah! In honor of the 100th episode, we have the original Kojandro, Matt Cook.
Hey, I'll take it. What I wouldn't give for those arms.
No, he is a beefcake.
Come on, man.
He
You
is
can't
a
be this into this stuff
beefcake.
and look like that. That's not fair.
Have you seen the pictures of Koi?
I've seen every picture of Koi.
He posted it on
All of
Facebook
them.
like about a year ago or so. A picture of him doing like one of those, like what were they? Owen Mills, like the pictures at the malls or whatever with the terrible backdrops and everything.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think it's a picture. It's a picture like that, but it's him with his Spider-Man collection when he was like 10.
Oh.
And it's.
I thought he went like as an adult.
No,
and he was just
no.
like he got really fit and then went to get a picture taken. But
No.
him as a child as Spider-Man, that's
him
amazing.
As a child, and he's got
It's very
like
cute.
he's got like a mullet and
Of
like
course.
or a pony or something. It's like it is the best picture.
All right, I'll find it.
Ever. Yeah, we've got to find it.
Our
Maybe
Doom can find it for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. It's on his. I think it was on his Facebook. If you can find it, you have to do a little digging because he posts a lot. He's good at social media, unlike me.
He loves it.
Yeah. Anyway, we are the. In case you're wondering, who are these guys? We are the Marvel Movie News coming to you live from Darryl's apartment in Australia for show
Darryl?
number 100.
Daryl Jacobson, our favorite.
On Marvel Movie News, we tell you all the news from all the studios and why you should be as excited as we are. As I said, this is show 100. I can't believe we made it to 100.
I can't believe that either.
Right? Like, when we first started off, we're like, yeah, we'll give it like 3 or 4 months. It'll be a good time. And here we are, like almost 2 years later.
It's crazy.
I think it's 2 years this month,
Wow.
right? I think we started in September.
I don't know.
I think so. I think it was
Those
September.
early years
yeah.
are blacked out. I've lost track.
It's been a long time ago. You can
Christmas.
you can subscribe to us on iTunes at Marvel Movie News or find us at the on YouTube / Popcorn Talk Network. Also, find us through their website, popcorntalknetwork.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Marvel News PTN or at The Popcorn Talk. Also on Facebook.com / Marvel News Show. And if you guys will tweet a link out to our show with a message telling people about our live chat, Doom will retweet you from his booth in Latveria.
Doom is very excited to celebrate 100 episodes.
Doom is so excited he is actually allowing himself to be seen on camera, which he rarely does. But
From beneath my metal, it's not made of plastic. Metal mask.
it's a very sophisticated plastic or metal that looks like plastic.
Yeah, can they see you right now, Doom?
Oh yes.
Okay.
It actually is a little scary that you're on this monitor in that mask. Like, it makes me feel like you've hacked our system and you've taken control of the Baxter building. Yeah, like that's legitimately terrifying.
I am Mr.
That's so
Robot.
fun.
You're Mr. Doombot.
Nice.
Nice, huh?
See what you did there.
It's not
I'm
nice.
leaving.
So I'm Matt Key at the Matt Key. We've got Markia with us. What's your Twitter?
Markia McCarty. It's MarkeiaMcCarty.
Nice. And we've got, as I said earlier, Matt Cook.
Yeah. Hi. At Matt Cook tweeted on Twitter. Happy to be back.
Yeah, it's happy to have Cookie back.
It's nice.
Cook the
I
cookie.
thought I missed it.
But you didn't.
No.
You're ready to get out of here as soon as you can. And you've seen Doom in the booth. We've
Doom.
also Kojandro is working today. Sadly, he apologizes for missing it. He usually can get out, but he couldn't today. But we've got Colt Badeau tweeting from the Starjammer, as usual. Thank you for your work, Colt. And now let's catch up with Matt. What have you been up to?
Yeah, what have you been up to?
I was telling you guys a little bit. For the last few months, I have been actually playing Overwatch all the time.
Wow.
There we go.
Not bad. Who's your
good thing to
character?
be doing.
Zenyatta is my main, which is really fun. But I was saying Zarya has climbed up the ranks. Reinhardt was real big in the beginning.
Yeah, I like Reinhardt.
But
Reinhardt's
Zenyatta
fun.
has kind of taken my heart. The Iris has embraced me. But outside of that, I've also been working on a new show that premieres October 24th on CBS with Matt LeBlanc. It's called Man with a Plan.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we've been working on that for the last few weeks.
You series regular on that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I get to play a real...
Well.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. And I've been having a blast.
How's LeBlanc?
cool.
He's the coolest dude, and it's
Cooler than me?
Yeah. Just
saying a lot.
squeaks by, you know.
Squeak- okay,
yeah,
that's fair.
But it's my job to think. My character thinks he's the coolest dude, and then in real life, I'm like, you're the coolest dude. It's like easy and fun, and it's been a blast.
What is the core conceit for the show?
The core conceit is Matt LeBlanc and Liza Sneider are a married couple, and Andy, the wife, has been a stay-at-home mom for the last 13, 14 years while she's been raising the kids. Their youngest daughter has just gone into kindergarten, and now she's going to go back to work, and Matt LeBlanc's character, Adam, is going to take care of the kids. He's a contractor. He can move his schedule around them.
Sure.
And it can't be as hard as it seems.
No.
And it can be. So it's him navigating the waters of being
Sure.
a full-time parent for the first time, and her going back to work, and the kids adapting to everything, and it's really fun. Multicam, live audience.
That was my next
great.
question. So it's not like a single camera.
No, it's a blast. So we have the audience there every night, and the audience is so much fun.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I get to play I'm another dad at the school, and I've been a stay-at-home dad to 2 little girls for 4 years, and I've lost all traces of masculinity, if I've ever had any.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Matt's character shows up, and I'm like,
So you're just basically playing
dude.
yourself.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. I guess you could say that. But yeah, it's really fun. October 24th, 8:30 p.m. on CBS. Man with a Plan.
right.
How many episodes do you have in the can?
We've just finished 6.
Nice.
So we're 6 in.
Nice.
And
Sweet.
yeah, it's good. It's
Dude,
really
that's
fun.
awesome. I'll have to come out and heckle you.
Anytime.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, let me
I had
know.
no idea it was a live audience.
Friday
That's really
nights.
cool.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's really fun.
Are you doing one this Friday?
No, not this Friday. Yeah.
This Friday is the only Friday I could make it.
Well-
can you reschedule that for me?
No.
Congratulations. That's
Thanks,
really
bud.
that's really big. That's
Thanks.
really cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad
and
to hear
the
that.
chat room says congratulations too.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and they also want to know, is that Koi's shirt?
No, it's my shirt, and Matt also owns this shirt. I've been holding on to it for like next time I do Marvel movie news, I'm gonna wear my cool. My brother got me this,
Nice.
and then I came in and Matt's like, I almost wore that. Now Koi has it. I mean, we are like-minded gentlemen.
If the next time all 3 of us are on the show, we should all wear.
Or do they mean is that because I thought that was
Koi
'cause that's
has this shirt
of
also.
course. We
Yeah.
we shop together. All
Did-
3 of
did
us.
you,
We hit
did
the
you get
Beverly
that at-
Center in Force.
Yeah. Did you?
They don't sell these at the Beverly
I was
Center.
about to say, wait. Anyway, you can tell we've got a lot to talk about today, guys, because we haven't even touched
Let's
Marvel yet.
talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
shirts.
We should probably touch on Marvel real quick. So let's start off. Not any news, not a big deal, but Spider-Man. John Watts, the director, teased earlier this week that they were doing a helicopter stunt, and the way he did that was showing a sign that said, I think Spider-Man, I can't remember what was on it.
Two set.
Two set, that's right.
And then an arrow.
Two set and an arrow facing up, and he did that, and then he looked up, and there was a helicopter up there. And then a day later, we saw like all these pictures come out of Spider-Man with a redheaded girl in his arm, like swinging from
Like
the
different
helicopter.
ones, it seemed like.
Different
Well,
females.
Different females, because it seemed like there were different, or maybe the same female with different outfits.
Yeah, because she's wearing a jacket here, and then she's not wearing a jacket. And
she
I think
taking
she's
a
wearing.
I thought the dress was a
It
different
looks like it,
color
yeah.
too.
I think so,
But then
too.
it might be like the dress, so I don't know.
So just a bunch of redheads on a helicopter?
Yeah, I think
Sign me
maybe it
up.
was an audition process. They were auditioning actresses while also filming them.
Man, that's...
I'm just kidding. That's not. the case.
That would be.
But yeah, like so we've got the same outfit here, but I agree. Like it seemed
I
like
thought I
in
saw
another
one where it was a
another
different
picture, it seemed
outfit.
like she was wearing pants or something. So I don't know.
Maybe stunt double or something. If if they can make this good, I'll be so happy. Like that looks awesome. Even the way their legs are like like it looks like they're in motion. Like that.
Yeah.
That
Like
alone,
that shot, like-
that looks like it should be in the Daily Bugle.
Here's the one where whoever it is wearing pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Pants and army boots, it looks like.
You know, and that could also just be a necessity of the stunt or whatever. Like maybe we're not actually seeing her in that particular shot or something. So yeah, because she's wearing pants here too. So I mean, it could be that he's saving multiple people also. Like maybe they're like the bad guy, like the Vulture, like just picked up 3 or 4 people and just tossed them.
And then like, yeah.
You know.
You know what would be cool is if they're not even in the helicopter, but like he's swinging off the helicopter. Like it's a news helicopter that's getting like footage of like somebody doing bad things, and then he's using that to gain altitude,
Like
gain momentum, and all that stuff.
opportunistic
Yeah,
web
like
grab.
you know, like that would be.
That would be cool.
Ooh, I would
you know
love
what
that.
else could be cool is if it's he's attached to the Vulture. Like, it's not actually a helicopter, but like he's apparently on the web, and like Vulture's just like swooping down people.
That would explain that color scheme of that helicopter.
Right?
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Not that, whatever. You know what would be really cool is if like somehow all of these cranes were just like, let's help them, and just like lined up out of nowhere, because like, however many, like maybe days earlier, we don't really know the timeline. Maybe he helped someone.
They just start,
and they just like know that he's that the little man is somewhere in Manhattan. They're like, line him up, boys. Like, wouldn't that be awesome?
And Amazing Spider-Man.
And it just so happens that the cranes are all lined up perfectly down the street.
Yeah, because they're going to do the whole avenue. What?
I understood that reference.
Good.
God, Andrew Garfield was such a good...
I know, man. He was my dream cast, but they fumbled.
So frustrating. It wasn't terrible. Like, there were parts that were fine,
pretty terrible.
But
it was pretty terrible. If you look back, it was like it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then the newscopter in that one being like, it appears he's heading toward Oscorp Tower, and it's not clear if he's going to make it. How do you know any of that, woman? Woman in the helicopter from
because
far
they're the
away.
news. They
and
have
he
their finger on
dodges
the
so
pulse.
many bullets in that movie, and then the one that gets him is the one where he's swinging upwards to the roof of the building, and one police officer shoots one shot and cuts him in the butt. And he's like, ooh. Anyway.
Well, at least it wasn't him dancing in a nightclub having a dance sequence.
Man, jazz club.
I thought when I first saw that in movies, I thought that was a dream sequence. I was waiting for him to wake up. I'm like, oh no, wait, this is the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the movie.
I recently rewatched Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was it Molina, right?
Alfred Molina,
yeah. And it was better than I remembered. I was actually
Alfred Molina.
I know, but I remember like they're pretty campy, and number 3 really did a number on me. But going back and watching, I'm like, oh, there's some really, really good Spider-Man stuff in that, which I know seems silly to say because it's that one, but also to watch it again, having come so far in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Sure.
I enjoyed their depiction of Sandman when they did that.
Yeah,
that was good.
Just the third movie was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of poisoned. The water for that one is poison for me. So no matter how good Sandman was, it's just like, oh.
Me too. I kind of seize up.
Doggone.
Can't do it. Yeah. That helicopter pick.
Yeah.
Was
anyway, so we're excited about Spider-Man, is what you guys are hearing.
I'm so excited.
No, dude, I can't wait. I honestly,
I am more excited than you are.
You are though. You are, because Spider-Man's your guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, after Doctor Strange is out, I'll be like, yay, Marvel's fun. Like I can't wait for movies. But like Doctor Strange, I'm just like, why is it not here now?
I don't know what that is.
Doctor Strange?
No.
No, Doctor Strange.
There's a bunch of the really boring characters I never really
Yeah. No, Doctor Strange is a magician. Pulls rabbits out of his head.
Yeah, speaks backwards to cast the spells. Right. Got it.
Yep, that's him. That's him.
Fishnets.
Yeah, he's in fishnets. Yeah, he's Marvel's transvestite character. Yeah.
As of right now, we are at war.
I love how much you love to hate on Doctor Strange. It's so, I honestly gotta miss it because you love hating on Doctor Strange with me. It's so fun.
Yeah.
No, oh, you don't? Am I wrong?
No, I do.
By the hoary hosts of Hogarth.
I hate that clip because he says Hogarth.
What is it supposed to be?
I've always said Hogarth. By the hoary hosts of Hogarth. And he says Hogarth.
Well, do you think we'll find out in the movie?
We probably will.
And then I hope it's that guy's.
It probably will be, and I'll be like, oh, darn it. That'll be like Kevin Smith always says Dormammu instead of Dormammu, and it drives me nuts. And I always want to be like, no, it's Dormammu. But he and his co-host Mark both say it Dormammu.
Yeah, Dormammu sounds like there should be like doilies and lace and like
Dormammu.
No, it kind of sounds like a whale that should be at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Dormammu!
Yes.
Yeah, that's...
SeaWorld.
We'll see ourselves out. All right. So much news to talk about. Can you guys tell? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Gabriel Luna, who is playing Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. Was speaking with Collider and may have accidentally let slip that Mephisto is a part of the MCU now. The direct quote is, "What we, the MCU, haven't touched on are things that can't be explained perfectly by science. It's a lot of fun stuff that starts to lean into the world of Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, and Mephisto." and all these other cool elements that also exist there, like ghouls and goblins and all sorts of other things. We're happy to be the ones that break the ice on that. So we, and as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., are happy to be the ones that break the ice on that. But Mephisto's never been mentioned at all with anything. So now what the guessing is that maybe Mephisto is sort of the demon who is maybe inhabiting Robbie Reyes instead of the murderous.
Oh, boo!
But no, that's just a theory. Like that's
no,
like,
I know, but I don't like that.
So like instead of I can't remember the spirit that is inhabiting him.
It's not.
That would be Eli.
Eli, thank you.
Thank you, Doom.
Thank you, Doom. Yeah, for knowing your demons and murderous spirits. But Mephisto is probably somewhere wrapped up with that, or it's just Gabriel Luna is just excited to be involved in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he's always like Mephisto. So he's like, like Ghost Rider and Mephisto, like just spitballing. Maybe he's never heard anything about it, but I really think because he said that, I think that was a legitimate slip, and I think we'll probably hear something about Mephisto later.
Interesting. It's a good theory.
Mm-hmm. I'd like. I don't want Mephisto to be the spirit of vengeance because I think that's too far off. I don't think that is it. But I like the idea of them bringing in somewhat spiritual elements to Marvel. With like we got magic, we got mutants, we've got tech, and I like the sort of religious aspect of like
certainly like the spiritual, like otherworldly,
and demons and angels and all that stuff. Like it would be kind of cool if he's not an Inhuman. Yeah. And if it is another class, a new class of superpowered being.
I think probably what's going to happen is Ghost Rider is going to open the door for Mephisto to enter into the season as sort of like this big bad who's on Earth trying to do really awful things.
That'd be so nuts. How are you going to fight that? I mean, that's really, it's cool. But it's cool, like, but I don't know if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the one
they can't really shoot a demon
Here's
with their...
the devil. We're like, well, check out my sunglasses.
We're gonna use our icers. Oh, we froze him. Take that, Mephisto. Like
they've got a girl who makes earthquakes. They can fight somebody. Just saying.
But if it's Mephisto, then he lives in hell, and like he's probably used to earthquakes because they happen all the time in that realm.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, that's one of the things that makes hell.
Check the forecast.
Yeah. The earthquake forecast.
Everything's
all the time.
Lava.
Poor hell and their earthquake
that premieres
problem.
tonight.
Yep, that's tonight.
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And
with Ghost Rider.
Is he on it tonight?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
I hope they do it well. I mean, I saw the shot of the image of his skull, and it looks like they're coming like right out of the comics. The imagery of it is, and I like that.
Well, and the costume itself, the car and everything.
Yeah, I like that look.
Yeah, and I think it's smart to not use the original.
I think so too.
Stuff because there's way too much history. Audiences know way too much about like Danny Ketch and all that, but Johnny Blaze. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. And Robbie Reyes also, I think, is an easier special effects shot than
the car.
Yeah, the car I think is a little bit of an easier effect shot. So budget wise,
I'm still on the fence about that car. I want him on a motorcycle only, but that's just because. Yeah, that's just because me.
That's what you were raised with. I get it.
Me too.
He's got to be on a motorcycle jacket, motorcycle rider.
Yes.
Look, Markia, motorcycles are very dangerous. They're not advised. 4 wheels on the ground at all times.
But what if you're a demonic entity who can't die?
Yeah.
Is it dangerous then?
Motorcycles are always dangerous.
Thank you, Joe.
This just got announced earlier by Marvel. There's a new Ghost Rider. He rides a go-kart and wears a flight suit. They're really going for it.
Well,
I will start reading Ghost Rider again when they finally announce a Ghost Rider who uses a hang glider.
Yes. Oh my god, that'd be so fun.
The Ghost Rider of I am the vengeance.
Ghost Glider.
Yeah, Ghost Glider.
I am the winds of vengeance.
Yeah. Motorcycle seems like a better tactical option.
Especially if it's East LA and it's going to be traffic. He's from East LA. He's going to be on a motorcycle.
He's on the 101. He's like,
That's really funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why he's only out at night. It's the only time he's effective.
Yeah. Between 2:30 and 5 a.m. when the roads are clear, he can do something.
I'm stuck on Crenshaw. All right, well, let's move over to Black Panther. Well, wait. So, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that is your show, Doom. Is there anything you want to say before we shuffle off to Black Panther?
Oh, man, I'm so excited. This is going to be a good premiere. Everything I've seen it's going to be exciting. I'm hoping that the visual effects look better than they did on that one shot.
Sure.
But I have high hopes. It looked great in the poster that came out immediately after we went off the air last week.
That's the way it always works.
Yeah. But we're going to be talking about it on our sister network, AfterBuzz TV, at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, immediately after it airs on the East Coast.
Nice.
All right.
Everyone should tune in for
Join
that.
us there.
Will do. All right, well, let's move over to the Black Panthers, where Chadwick Boseman was in a talk with Yahoo Movies earlier this week, or into last week, and he said, first he spoke about Captain America Civil War, and said, basically, you did not see Black Panther origins in that film. Really, all you saw, and I hadn't actually thought about this, because we saw the Black Panther, we love the Black Panther, he was great in the film, and we take for granted that we actually don't know anything about the character except that he was the prince, is now the king, and that he puts on a catsuit and is a badass. Like, that's all we know.
Oh, you mean from that movie?
From that movie.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
if you just look at that movie, that's all you ever got for that character. That's basically all we know. We really don't know his power set.
That and the Wakandians are reclusive because they said that
Yeah.
they don't travel
they
outside
don't travel outside of the
Yeah.
country, and they've got like some pretty cool tech. Like, basically that's it, and that's all we needed to know. But like, he basically was saying, like, that's all you know. The Black Panther movie is going to give a lot more of my origin. As his direct quote is, there is definitely more of his origin in Black Panther, the film that I think comes out in 2018, if I'm correct, starts filming next year. And then he goes on to say, you're going to learn about Wakanda, its culture, its traditions, the past. You can go through all the comic books and know that there's more Panthers that have existed in the past. That's origin.
Yeah.
So basically, he's saying the going theory now is that we're going to dig so much into the origin of the Black Panther, we're probably going to see past Black Panthers.
Well, that makes sense. I mean,
No, it makes total sense, but it's still, but it's so exciting, right? Like, I'm just excited to see that. So,
I mean, they've got there's a rich culture of Black Panther for them to pull from. It depends on how far back they want to go. I mean, the original first Black Panther was, I'm going to say the name wrong, Bashanga, something like that. That was the first Black Panther. And then actually T'Chaka, which is T'Challa's father that you see killed in Civil War. He's a descendant of Bashanga. And I think there's one or two others that are mentioned between Bashanga and T'Chaka, but it really starts with T'Chaka and T'Challa, which is the Black Panther that we know.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they touch on that, that'd be great. I'd love it if they show where the vibranium ore hits Wakanda.
yeah, that would be cool.
The demon spirits thing and having that
would be super cool.
with the
Like,
mutation.
to go back that far back into the past.
To like
that would be
show
awesome.
it,
Yeah.
and be like,
What makes that place special? Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that would be cool.
And what's the big deal about this mineral that that only Wakanda has?
So
that would actually be kind of cool.
Can I throw this out at you? And this is what I'm excited. This is one of the things that got me really excited. Is that I can't remember who wrote like the more recent Black Panther run before who oh my god, Ta-Nehisi Coates. I think I'm saying it wrong, and I apologize. Before his run, I can't remember who wrote it. I know it was Christopher Priest, then another guy, and now Ta-Nehisi Coates. But in that one, where Shuri becomes a Black Panther,
Which she wanted all her life.
yeah,
Oh my Lord.
yeah, and then she finally got it. And that one, I believe, is when Black Panther became sort of like the king of the dead and the head of Necropolis instead of Wakanda. And that's where he starts communing, like actually communing with the spirits of the past Black Panthers. Am I correct in that? Like, that's what I think is going on. So I think that on top of seeing the origins, like seeing like a montage of like the Black Panthers from the past and stuff, I really want to see Black Panther now actually communing with the spirits of his
Council of
ancestors.
spirits, that'd be cool.
How cool would that
be? A bit far though. And I mean, like when that happens, that's after. I think that's after X-Men versus Avengers, Avengers versus X-Men. So like you'd have to have Namor. I always pronounce everybody's name wrong. You'd have to have him flood Wakanda, and then you'd have to have the marriage between Storm and Black Panther annulled by then.
But we don't have to do any of that. We can just take
Just
for granted.
take all of.
Just take
Just say this is a part of his day.
this is
okay.
just
he
a
goes
part
into the chamber of
So like
spirits.
Like,
or
he
instead
visits
of
Necropolis.
just with Bast, the Panther god, just like he's communing already.
You don't
That would
necessarily
be
need
interesting.
Necropolis. You just need him to have like a temple or a room.
Yeah,
you know,
just
a room that
he goes to.
Draw
Yeah.
from the
he can
power of
hear,
the other
you know,
Black Panthers.
Yeah,
That's
like,
Force of
interesting.
Solitude, the knowledge of Krypton. It's like all that. Like that's something that I think is
Yeah.
easy enough for any fan or moviegoer to sit, like digest.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't know how easily digestible that would be within the MCU.
Except that we've got Doctor Strange coming out.
Sure, but Strange is more magic, and if we're talking spirits and spiritual, I mean that goes a little bit back to like the Ghost Rider conversation
Sure.
of what is the afterlife, and that to me has a different substance to it
Sure.
than magic and realms, but
So-
unless the afterlife is a separate realm and we cross over.
So
yeah.
follow me here. We've got two more stones out there.
Ooh, yeah. What are
Do
they?
you think they're gonna bring
Time
this?
Stone and Soul Stone.
Cool.
I don't think they're gonna have stones in that one.
I think they could, and here's why. Vibranium comes from outer space. The Soul Stone is on the Vibranium mound, hits. The Soul Stone becomes a part of Wakandan culture,
And it's why the spirits
and
are
is
still
how
so
the
present.
spirits are so present and everything else.
I like that.
Because the Time
interesting
Stone is the
theory.
one that's rumored to be in Doctor Strange, especially with Caecilius trying to like manipulate time and all this other stuff, and the Eye of Agamotto they're assuming might be the Time Stone. So, and that's yeah.
What do you think about that? Because I don't like when they give.
I really don't want that to-
power. I don't like when a
Yeah.
character's power is derived from an Infinity Stone.
I don't
think
like that at
that's-
all. I don't
like it.
I don't like if that ends up being the thing in Doctor
That
Strange.
then
That
the
will
eye
be
is no longer special.
yeah, like it's not a mystical.
That's true.
Like it's not a mystical thing anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a powerful cosmic,
Right.
artifact.
One of many.
Yeah, and the Eye of Agamotto is like that belonged to the first Sorcerer Supreme, and like who was Agamotto? So
Yeah.
it's a special power, like kind of thing. So
Yeah, I hope they don't do that.
I really hope they don't
but
do
if
that.
They do,
but
I get it. But
well,
I don't
mean, and
it.
like the Vision has like the Mind Stone.
Yeah, what are they going to do when he loses it? Because that gauntlet's getting put on by somebody.
Yeah.
Thanos is putting that gauntlet on
Eventually.
fully powered.
Vision's probably gonna die.
Oh,
I guess.
I don't want that to be the
Unless
case.
he can
yeah, I
figure
don't
it
want it
out.
to be
And
the
let-
case either.
and
I
like
like
in
Vision.
Civil War, there's that sort of like I don't know what this.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I want to
Just
figure
so-
this
he's
out.
so good.
So maybe he'll figure it out, and hopefully
Yeah.
he does, because I don't want to see him die. And like I could see the Vision without the stone. Like I don't want to, but I could.
Well, Stark is always adapting his arc reactor. He
sure.
just comes
Yeah,
up with
that's
a
true.
different thing.
And Vision is smarter than Stark.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
due mostly to the fact that he is a walking, talking algorithm generator.
I love Black Panther talking to the spirits of his ancestors. I love the
Yeah.
importance of that. I love the pride of that. You
Yeah.
know, like I think that's a really cool element to his
Yeah.
character.
If it's something that's not done like following the Black Panther timeline, and it's something that's just accepted as part of the culture at the very beginning, then it's cool. That could work definitely. I mean, because I love the idea that they're going to be doing a whole lot of the origin stuff with Black Panther, and I just kind of wonder how much of that flashback sequence are they going to do?
Yeah.
Are they going to have him go to Wakanda and it's going to be, oh, hey, you're not ready for this yet. And then his uncle, I think his name was Saran or something like that. He's like Saran the Swift or something
Yeah.
like that. He like takes over. But that's for that storyline though, Black Panther is not grown yet.
Yeah.
And then he has to do his like ritual walkabout kind of a thing. And that's when
So-
he meets Storm and da-da-da-da.
The Lion King?
His uncle's not a bad guy. though.
Okay.
His uncle's a really good guy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the uncle's son though
Yeah.
is kind of the uncle's son sucks.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was like my first thought was, oh my God, are we going to get to see the council of like older Panthers? Like that's awesome. Like I want to see that so bad now. So in fact, if Black Panther doesn't do that, I'm going to get my money back.
Nice. Good for you.
I'm just kidding.
That specific thing.
I'm just kidding.
Have they announced the bad guy?
Eric Killmonger as
Yeah.
played by Michael B. Jordan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for saying that. I just started rereading the Christopher Priest run from the late 90s, early 2000s, and I've never read it like cover to cover, like the whole series. I've just read like a few issues here, then I'll read a few issues there. It is so good. It is like I'm reading just like 5 or 6 at a time now, and like just the arcs that he covers it's so good.
Oh, that's
it's
awesome.
so good. I love it so much. I've never read it in that way, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is genius. Anyway, let's talk about Thor Ragnarok. Some very exciting things. Darryl might be in Thor Ragnarok in some way.
Is that very exciting?
Have you seen the
Yeah, I love it, but I love it like
cute?
it's like a nice little like pat on the back. It's like, but it's not like whoa. Like when I think of like Ragnarok, it's like, dude, the worlds are falling and it's all chaos, and then Darryl's gonna be like, darn, like. Yeah,
I think
I like it.
Daryl might do a freak out.
Yeah. Oh, well, this is a spot of trouble, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I don't.
Kind of like a black face, like.
Oh, just get this man out of my apartment.
I feel like if he does show up, it'll just be like a fun Easter egg for
Yeah.
people who saw it. Like that actor will be in there somewhere in the background, where if you want to think that that's Thor's old roommate, you can. You can also ignore it.
You know, here's what I think is going to happen is that. So if I remember correctly, and maybe I'm getting some facts mixed up here, but the Rainbow Bridge is no more, right? Like Malekith invaded, that was all decimated. Like Asgard is in ruins, right? Like, I should go back and rewatch Thor 2 maybe.
The last time we were there, he breaks the bridge.
So maybe.
And then Thor 3, did they?
Well, this is Thor 3 is
yeah.
Ragnarok,
right?
So. That's my big question, because if that's the case, then Thor is kind of stuck on Midgard. And if that's the case, then maybe he is in Australia with this dude named Darryl.
Yeah.
And I think that would be kind of a funny place to start the film, and then for everything to start happening. And he's just like, oh, I'm just trying to live on Midgard. Like I'm just trying to have like a peaceful life on Midgard until things are fixed.
Then why is he in the cape? Yeah. Why is he in he should be in Ben Grimm, giant trench coat and hat and just trying to get by
Well, there are other scenes of other shots of him in
just chilling.
Chilling.
Asgardian bathrobes.
Yeah.
No, listen, don't get me wrong. I loved that short and I think it's really funny.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny.
I don't know that it fits.
Goes for me. Yeah.
No, you're right.
It's hard, especially what they've set up with Thor, who's this it's a little light. This thing, you know what I mean? Which I like it.
Here's the thing: is it any sillier than Hulk and Thor on an intergalactic road trip to see Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, it is. It is with that that at least there's at least a. I mean, with that phrasing, that sounds silly.
It sounds silly,
but story-wise, that makes way more sense to me that I'm gonna hang out in a 2-bedroom flat and just bug this man.
This poor man.
Yeah, and
my
this
theories
guy's
of the
not
purple
excited.
Man. Yeah.
This guy's not. This guy doesn't care that Thor is having coffee with him in the morning.
Yeah, dude, I would be stoked.
That'd be nuts.
Well, we don't know where in their relationship this is. This might not be near the beginning. He might have been just hanging with this guy for no matter how fantastic a person is, after a month, it's like, hey, you're a regular person. Cool.
I know, but I think after a month with Thor, you're not bored.
Yeah.
You're either enamored still or you're mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he's just a low-key guy. Daryl's just a low-key guy.
A low-key guy?
Nice. Well done. We figured it out.
No.
Daryl is Loki. You heard it here first, everybody.
Loki's running Asgard.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't really care about that being canon.
Well,
give me all the digital content you got, man. Feed me. But that, when it comes down to it, he's gonna all hell's breaking loose with the Ragnarok, and he's like, I gotta send Darryl the check for the gas.
Let me give you the quotes. So these are from Taika Waititi. Taika Waititi, the director. First of all, he gives the background. Thor briefly rented a room in a flat in Australia after the Ultron debacle, just to get some downtime, to get away from the Avengers, to get away from America. So he had a little downtime in Australia, and he met this guy, Darryl, and they shared a flat together. So that's Darryl. All right, so that's the background. Then when he was asked about would we see Darryl again, he said, I think you probably could see him again. There may be other little pieces of that thing that everyone saw that may just be a small part of a bigger thing. So like,
just
he's having a ball. That dude is having a ball.
He's having a
man.
blast.
Like, it's like throwing like seeds to the chickens.
Yeah,
and
he's
all the
having
chickens go
super
nuts, like,
fun.
bah, 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 and that's the internet. And he's just like, here, have some more seeds, you idiots. They're like bread to ducks. Like he's just having a ball. He's like, here's some crumbs, babies. And everybody goes like, wow.
Let me feed you, baby birds. Let me feed
And
you,
I
baby.
love it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those birds.
Yeah,
I think
And I
it's
can't
fun.
get enough. I think that's it, and that's my point. I think it's fun, and I don't know. I mean.
I honestly think that yes, he's having fun, but I think there's something to it. I think we could end up seeing Darryl in some very small capacity at the beginning of the film.
I agree with that, but
Or it could be the post credits.
Oh, there we go.
That would be kind of funny if it was
There we
post credits.
go. That'd be fun.
What if it's Darryl and Jane? Like, this guy, am I right?
Yeah, true. So again, with Taika Waititi, he addressed rumors that Doctor Strange was in Thor. Remember the picture from a few weeks ago of Thor holding the address, which I believe is 166A Bleecker Street, for Doctor Strange.
177.
177, thank you. 177A.
How
dare
you.
I know. I should just... Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, finally.
You can finally have the show.
It's mine.
Oh, is this what this was the entire time?
So he addressed that rumor. He said, "Oh, I don't know. I am not sure if I don't know. Actually, I can't comment on it. It may have just been something for the fans." And then he went on to say, They asked, was he playing a prank, or like, could Benedict Cumberbatch actually be in it? Like they were like getting more specific with the questioning, and he said, might be something like that, might be a little tease, or maybe just a tease for people who wanted to zoom into that photo.
Which seems like the answer to me, because Strange comes out before Thor Ragnarok.
Yep.
So why, like, that's a fun thing if Strange isn't out yet, or if like he's coming down the road a long ways and we haven't seen all the things that we've seen.
Yeah.
But that's like a little tip of the hat to like, get ready, guys. You know what I mean? He's making a visit to dun dun dun, you know?
Yeah.
But this is like, we're going to get Doctor Strange, we're going to get all that stuff before we see any of this. Unless this comes in the end of Doctor Strange and whatever happens between the two of them is what kicks off Ragnarok.
See, that's so
interesting.
Yeah, I like the theory that this is actually an end credit scene for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually really cool. And that was like one of my first thoughts too, was, oh my god, like this is gonna be like the end credit scene for Doctor Strange. May I throw out this? No? Okay. No, that's fair. Matt Cook spoke, everyone. I can't throw out another theory. So
It'd be fun if it was like a quick little cameo, kind of like what was it, Days of Future Past, when they're like Wolverine.
Yeah.
And he's like, screw you guys.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gone.
Yeah. No, that was in First Class when they tried to recruit him, and he's like, nope.
Yeah.
Like he like told him to like F off or something like that.
Yeah, Days of Future Past was
That was the one that had Wolverine
that was
throughout the whole thing.
throughout the entire thing. Thank you.
Here's my theory on it, and that is maybe. So Odin is no longer in Asgard, right? Like Loki kicked him out. I think maybe Thor figures that out. That's what gets him exiled from Asgard. Loki and Hela are both like, oh, no, you've got to go. We're doing this thing. I think Surtur's involved because we saw that at Comic-Con, whatever. Like, he's part of the plan. So they exile him to go fight in the Grandmasters tournaments, right? Then that's where he meets Hulk. They break out, cosmic road trip to find Odin. They can't find Odin. That's when Doctor Strange comes in and he has to go pay a visit to Doctor Strange to be like, I need your magical help to help me find my father who's exiled somewhere on Midgard.
But why are they going all the way across the galaxy?
Because they don't 100% know. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe they don't know that. Or maybe they go to Midgard to find him and Doctor Strange is like, he's here. I don't know. Like, I'm spitballing.
I know. But here's what I'm very proud of you. But here's what I don't like.
Matt Key.
Why would
Should I just leave? You don't like Matt Key?
I love you. Why would they put Odin on Midgard? Like, that's the place. That's the other place Thor is. Like,
Dude,
tactically, that doesn't make any sense for Loki to be like, I'll hide you in New York City. You know what I mean? And no one's gonna see the giant metal eye patch.
No, but did you see?
He's getting ripped off at the hot dog cart, and he's like, "You're a vain and cruel boy." And the guy's like, "It's $3, man. I don't know what to tell you."
I don't know.
He would blend in better in New York City than let's say you put him amongst a bunch of dark elves.
For sure.
In New York City, he's just another crazy guy with an eye patch.
He's
There's
Hoboken.
a lot of those.
Hoboken. No, there were pictures a few weeks ago of Anthony Hopkins straggling.
Yeah.
Did you see those pictures?
That's
Like
what I'm
in the
talking about.
alleyway, right?
So I think he is somewhere in
Rough
Midgard.
living. Down and out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, and I think that Thor needs an Odin detector, and they don't make those at the store. They don't have those at Radio Shack anymore, so he's going to go to Doctor Strange.
But how does he know about Doctor Strange? That's my thing.
Because someone gave him a card.
No, who's giving Thor business cards? Darryl had it. Come on.
Darryl's like,
I think this is a gag. This is a gag, or it's because he's in a jacket.
I love that Darryl had the business card. I want to explore that. How the crap did Darryl?
Daryl knows about Doctor
That's
Strange.
he had brain surgery, and Stephen Strange did as much as he could to get him back, but he's like, "You'll never be excited again. I'm sorry." And so he's just like, "This guy's here," and it's like, if there are any flare-ups, if your eyes start acting weird, call me.
Yeah, here's
or
my.
Darryl knew Wong or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Darryl is actually a master of the mystic arts. It's something it doesn't come up a lot.
See that I like. Now I'm excited.
Now you're excited about Darryl.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That explains how Thor would be there.
Yeah, true.
You know the places Thor could rent?
With his
elvish
Asgardian
token. And the
with his
guy sell
Asgardian
it for
gold.
millions.
Though they don't really
Yeah.
take elvish tokens at Bank of America.
Dude, that's how I pay my rent. And they're not even real ones.
So we've got on
Darryl
Twitter,
Lord.
6 Scale Collector at 6 Scale Cole says the bridge is intact. That is where Heimdall notifies Odin of the mutiny. It was rebuilt before Dark World. So
With no explanation. Does anybody?
I guess
it just.
yeah.
I guess it's
rebuilt
just
it.
Look, they have good contractors
rebuilt.
in Asgard.
They do. They do. Damage control in Asgard is pretty fantastic.
Somebody just stood there with a hose and sprayed the water in the right direction, and it just appeared through the mist. Like, we're good.
We're good. The rainbow froze over.
Yeah.
The Rainbow Bridge is alive.
no,
so it
I will-
recrystallizes itself.
I'm gonna have to go rewatch The Dark World. Is what it sounds like. I've got to get this answer. I've got to get this answer right. It's gonna drive me nuts until I know 100%.
All right, get on it.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week. I got to go watch Thor: The Dark World right now. I'll have answers. So anyway, a lot of theories on that. None of them are probably right. Speaking of Doctor Strange, a new synopsis came out this week, and it doesn't give us any new information that we knew except for one tidbit, a little plot tidbit. Let me see if I can find it. Before long, Strange, armed with newly acquired magical powers, is forced to choose whether to return to his life of fortune and status or leave it all behind to defend the world as the most powerful sorcerer in existence.
I wonder what he's gonna do.
Probably life and fortune. I mean, that's a good choice, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you could be a sorcerer and do all this incredible magic and save the world countless times, or you could have money.
That penthouse condo, and you have your hands back. Someone.
Win-win.
I feel like it's an obvious choice that he's going to choose the Sorcerer Supreme. Otherwise, it's like he went on this whole hero's journey for nothing. Thanks for the money. Bye.
Ooh,
That'd be pretty
everything's
great.
good. Thank
I would
you.
actually love to see that movie. One time, there's a movie where the person doesn't choose the heroic path. It's
Yeah.
no, I'm going to go with the money.
And I would love
gonna
if
choose
they
money.
made it Doctor Strange,
I would
and
be-
you had to
I would
go
be
watch it.
devastated. I would be devastated.
Benedict Cumberbatch could make that compelling, though.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it would probably be something like, well, okay,
everyone but
I'm gonna go, and they show him actually leave, go out the door, standing on the steps, and then
waiting for the bus into bed. Yeah.
and then
Nepalese bus stop.
Yeah, they open the door behind him, and be like, really? It's like, no, not really.
No, I'm for real leaving. Yeah. I saw a short once that I thought was so funny. It was a horror short, and they see this the last girl, in the movie, that sort of trope, walking through the scary hallway, and there's a doorway at the end, and the light is on, and you can see a shadow, and it's that perfect trope of, oh my god, she's gonna open the door, and the killer's gonna be there, the monster's gonna be there, and she's gonna have to run. And right as she walks up to the door, she's like, nah, I'm good. And she just leaves and turns and walks out the house, and the movie's over. I always thought that was kind of Funny short. I'll get out. That was a terrible thing to talk about. I'm sorry, guys, for bringing the show down. Anyway, so that's the Doctor Strange thing. And now we're going to turn over and talk to our Merry Marvellites. But before we do that, we need to talk about our show's sponsor for this week, and that is Blue Apron.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because this show is free, and it's brought to you free because of our lovely sponsors.
At the Blue Aprons.
Yes.
The aprons are blue. So for less than $10 a meal, Blue Apron delivers seasonal recipes along with pre-portioned ingredients to make delicious home-cooked meals. They know that when you cook with incredible ingredients, you make incredible meals, so they set the highest quality standards for the community of artisanal suppliers, family-run farms, fisheries, and ranchers.
Yes.
So, yeah. And it's $10 a meal. That's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And they customize things. You can get different delivery options.
Yep.
I was able to do 3 free meals with them. You can check out my Instagram for it. I had a great time.
What meal did you do?
Well, my favorite was there was chicken burgers. It was like chicken burgers with lemongrass and ginger. I was like, I wouldn't have put those 2 things together if it wasn't for Blue Apron.
Yeah.
So, and now I've cooked like that, but I use fish patty instead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, so the way I understand it is that, like, you can buy per meal. Like, you don't have to, like, there's no meal plan. You don't have to be like, here's $700 a month. Like, you can do, like, one a week. You can do, like...
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or one a month. You just basically tell them what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very customizable thing.
Yeah.
So,
and I believe they can try it for free if they want to.
They can. That's just about what I was about to say. You can check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping, by the way.
Nice.
By going to blueapron.com/Marvel, and that'll get your first 3 meals for free.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, it's worth just giving it
I'm
a
gonna
try.
check it out.
yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry now. Like, I'm going to get some Japanese ramen noodles. So now we're going to turn over to our Merry Marvellites, and we can actually have you guys call in. We're a live show. If you're listening to us on iTunes, we're not live, so don't call this number. This is like yesterday for you, or a couple of days, or whenever.
Depending on when you're listening to
Depending
it.
on when, but it's days past for you. At least one day. I am
They can
rambling.
figure it out.
They'll figure it out. But before we give out, actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and give out the number. The number is 424-256-1633. Feel free to call in with your questions or comments, or to congratulate us on somehow miraculously making it to show 100. While we're waiting on those calls, I just wanted to go through a couple of Twitter quotes that I pulled. Well, actually, this one is from Facebook. Facebook, I know. And that is Erin Kelly on Facebook says, she loves listening to you guys on my long commutes. Can I get a birthday shout out from the crew? Yes, you can. Not only that, you get a special birthday shout out. You get a Matt Cook birthday shout out.
Ooh.
And he's not in here all the time, and he's on CBS. He is a CBS series regular.
That's right.
He is a sitcom star.
No.
A sitcom star.
I'll
Yes.
take it. Happy birthday!
There you go.
Happy
for
birthday,
watching.
Erin Kelly.
And listening. Thanks for being part of the team.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Thanks for being part of the team. I like
I
that.
meant it.
No, I know. That's
There
why
you
I
go.
like it. Like, I like the sincerity. Like, that was
Yeah.
really,
And that's a great sign off too.
that's a great sign off.
Goodbye.
Yeah. I'm never coming back.
Okay, note taken.
And speaking of, like, I want to say, like, if you live in Los Angeles or in the Los Angeles area, the OC or whatever, and you want to make a drive up, we love having guests on the show. Like, we would love to have fans on the show. We've got our cosmic couch here.
That'd
We
be
can,
awesome.
Yeah. So if you are in the area, let us know.
And I
Come in.
tweeted out Matt's address. So if you guys any questions or
Nice.
concerns.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
177
The later the better.
A Bleecker Street, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I live next door to Doctor Strange at 166A Bleecker Street, not 177. That's why I got the address confused. Anyway, go for
Yeah,
it.
here's a fun comment by Colt Badeau.
Oh.
Yeah, he says maybe Darryl is a scroll.
Oh.
Like, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I guess we do have the rights to scrolls, just not specific
Yeah.
scrolls. So as long as Daryl's not super scroll, he could be a scroll.
He can easily be. Oh, let's see. We have a call.
I'll
Oh,
take
we have
it.
a caller. Take it. Let's
Yay.
go. Let's do it. Let's
Call
do
on the
this.
line. Hello, you're on the line with Marvel Movie News.
Hello. Are you there?
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Calling from Hung Up.
Oh, they're calling from.
We have
Hung Up.
another caller.
Yay! Let them through.
They hung up too.
Why are people hanging up on us? Do they not like us?
Hey, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
No one. No, none of this is working. All right. Well,
Oh no, it may be us.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Jasper Elwes at J.E. Elwes, really hoping Matt, Coy, and Markia are going to do a musical.
Hello.
Oh, hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from, sir? Hello, can you hear us all right?
Hi.
It's on hold. I can't hear anything.
Hello? Can you
Hello?
hear us
Oh
now?
no.
Can you hear us now? How about now?
It appears our Skype
Can
is...
you hear us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Can you hear us?
It appears our Skype is having some difficulties.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna work on. I'm gonna work on
All right,
Yeah.
well,
that.
Make sure we're not on mute or something.
Yeah, in the meantime, Jasper Elwes said that he was hoping Matt, Coy, and Markia could do a musical-only episode for episode 100.
I would have loved that.
I will never do that. You can do a musical episode all you want. The second I start doing a musical episode, we're going to lose our
we
entire
could have
audience.
you doing like spoken word
Nope.
set to music.
No, don't. I have absolutely no rhythm. Like,
We
if you're
could-
like,
we could put
do
together-
spoken word, I'd be like, we are doing the spoken word now.
Now you're singing.
No,
Yeah,
we'll
see,
put together
See, I don't even know. I can't even do it.
inspirational monologues from different, Marvel characters. We'll put that together, and that would be your part.
When the whole world says move, you say no, you move. Now sing. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you for that, Jasper. That was fun to think about and also terrifying to think about. Tree Walker at Benoit V. Roque. Just a simple shout out to let you know I appreciate your work on Marvel News. Keep it up. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Danny Birdsall at Danny B. Reviews. Saying of last week's episode, that was one of the best Marvel News episodes in a while. Good job, guys. I had to throw that in because I felt good. I felt good about last week's
Should feel
episode.
good.
Thank you. It was a good episode.
Doom has fixed the Skype.
Of course, Doom has.
Was it Doom or was it the helper?
It was Skype.
Was it Doombot? Hello, can you hear us?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Marvel Movie News. Tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Oh my God, I'm on.
You're on.
Yeah,
You're
you
on.
made
Welcome. You made it. Show 100. Welcome.
Show 100, yes. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
I've been watching too from like the mid '70s, like when the first Iron Fist photos started coming out.
Oh,
And
I thought
somehow
you
I
meant like from the mid
kept saying-
'70s, and I was like, I don't think any of us were born then, and we weren't doing a podcast then either. Well, what's your name, man?
Podcasting existed.
My name's Eli from Florida.
Okay.
Oh, Florida.
Hello.
Yay.
Are you
I'm
the
Orlando.
spirit of vengeance?
Yeah, we should be afraid of anyone named Eli today.
Yeah. Do you have a question or comment for us, sir?
Comments. Totally excited for Black Panther. I've watched Civil War like 3 times since I bought it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Awesome
Nice.
movie. Question,
Sure.
because I see this is going to happen in the comics.
Yeah.
Inhumans versus mutants.
Yeah.
I know people are excited. They wish Fantastic Four can come to Marvel. They even hope for X-Men to come to Marvel. But I wouldn't mind seeing Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movies, not just Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Sure.
really go forward with Inhumans and give us something new and expand upon that family. And if they were, and they somehow did get the mutants back, how would you divide the mutant population from the Inhuman population in this world of everyone with superpowers?
Oh, I don't think the average person would be able to. They would just probably label them as mutants because
Yeah.
why or how would they know the difference?
Well, and I think that's why the comics have made such a push with the Inhumans and sort of a push away from the mutants, which I think is unfortunate. 'cause
I hate that.
I legitimately hate that. But it feels like they're trying to force a new mythology on their readers. Like, no, but this is the mythology now. And it's like, oh, no. Like, all we've ever had is the Inhuman royal family, and that was fine. That was totally fine. I love the Inhumans. I think they're great.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Black Bolt
Right.
and all.
but they're trying to force us to now have like Inhumans as mutants, and like, oh look, they've got quirky characters too, and oh they're up and comers, and oh we're trying to force this like new sort of like school, like we have like Xavier's, but now it's mutants and they're in Adelon in the middle of like New York, and it's just like I'm not digging it all. I like the comics, like the comics are good, but I'm just
Yeah, to me, it's always felt like X-Men light.
yeah,
Like it never, and I like the Inhumans, and I think there's some really cool characters. Karnak is fascinating. Like
Oh, I love
I like
Karnak,
all
yeah.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
Karnak's cool.
But as far as anything goes, just on a personal level, like to me, mutants are more accessible.
Yeah.
Like the idea of having something powerful hidden within yourself, only
Yeah.
to reveal itself in a time, like that's exciting. That's what makes comics and characters accessible. That's
Yeah.
that's important. Where Inhumans are always a little more distant. They're satellite kind of, they're on the moon,
right.
but,
and it's like a conscious choice where they are exposed to that, and
it's like a whole
powers.
other thing. But it's not even there. It's actually, there's a cool comic where they're forced into the mists.
Yeah.
And Nightcrawler, like I think it was Claremont when he came back and did X-Men a few years ago. It was like X-Men Classic or something.
Sure.
But they did a thing where they were in the Inhuman city. And Nightcrawler was like, "Oh my God, I belong here. Like nobody looks at me like I'm everybody. Everybody looks different, and I can be one of the people,
Yeah.
But then he saw them force a mutation on like a little girl, and it didn't go well. Like that's the thing about the Inhumans too, is you don't know what you're going to become. You don't know what's going to happen. And it's not always great. It's what the city needs, I think, right? Isn't that what it is?
That's one of the things. That's one of the things that I think is really cool about Inhumans is that like the civilization, the culture itself is almost so well that like the mutation is based on what the city needs the most.
Yeah.
So it's like, we need like more soldiers because we like the city almost has a consciousness that's like, there's a war coming. We need more soldiers. So more like offensive, defensive sort of characters are made. But in times of peace, it's like, we need people who can like who are great architects or whatever else. Who who can build stuff with their bodies or whatever else. So
you don't get the powers you want. You get the powers that the city deserves.
Yeah, exactly. Like you save this city to
sometimes you need a door. And you
like I think that's like one of the most unfortunate mutations is like the guy who became a door and can transport you to wherever you need to be. Like I think that's an awesome door and an awesome power, but like
you wouldn't want to be it.
You don't want to be that person.
This dude became a door. It's like
it's so weird, and I think that that sort of speaks to Inhumans to me. It feels like comic books for comic books. It doesn't feel like a comic book for an audience. It feels like a real clubhouse sort of like, and then imagine if it was this, and then imagine if we did that, and it's like kind of theory upon theory upon theory upon, and it's like a little too dense for mine. Like I still like it, but I think as far as like the MCU goes, you'd have to water it down. You have to make it X-Men, and I don't like that they would take away from the mutants in order to pay off Inhumans.
For Inhumans.
Yeah.
I hope that
Does that answer your question at all, or did we just kind of talk about Inhumans?
No, guys, you guys are great. I'm loving this. But with that, I'm kind of thinking maybe the way to go with Inhumans is make it more of a horror. Because, like you said, someone can just become a door.
Oh, so sort of like what they did with Fantastic Four, like at least the original conceit behind.
That's
Shrinks,
cool.
Yeah,
Cronenberg's
that's really interesting.
Get weird with it.
Yeah, because it does feel.
I don't mind the fish oil. Like that's nice. That's how we get it across the world. But I really would like a sense of there's a mist, there's smoke coming into our city. Everyone actually freaks out because people know what that smoke could mean.
Yeah.
And you want to get away from it, and
That's
you
an
can't. And that's
interesting
the
thing.
horror of you're an Inhuman. You don't know if you can be affected by it, and it's something more scary. Whereas X-Men, it's just like I'm becoming a teenager, and I just all happen to grow up, and now I've also grown power.
Right.
Like,
There's as far as the horror goes too. Like the Inhumans have a real cult aspect to it, like which is kind of a cool take on it. Like the idea of like, no, you're born into this, and you will at this age become this, and you will be forced to, and you're in this small commune that there's no outside world. You're hidden from the like. There's a very, I don't know. That's kind of a cool. The horror idea is pretty interesting in that.
I like the paradigm shift that would be, where it's like it changes that culture.
Completely.
It really does. It's like, I don't want to be an Inhuman now.
Caller, what was your name again?
Eli.
All right, Eli.
Like the
I'm
demon.
gonna have Matt and Markia pull a card, and then I'm gonna pull a card on your behalf, and you guys are gonna fight.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this, Eli?
You don't want to make it too easy for me to get. That's a good call.
Yeah. Can you reach it better now?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay.
Now that
All right, Eli, I'm pulling a card for you now. Okay. Eli,
what you got?
You are the original Bucky. You are Captain America's sidekick, and you are fighting. Who do you have, Markia?
Warlock.
Adam Warlock. Okay,
Actually,
and
Iron Man.
superhuman.
And Iron Man. All right.
Yeah.
Eli, defend yourself. How does your character beat
Iron
Warlock
Man?
and Iron Man?
Wow.
He's, by the way, not the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Bucky.
Yeah.
He calls upon the power of
You're a
gumption.
real good guy, though.
Yeah,
Eli.
you're a stand-up
You're
guy.
a real good guy.
All right, hold
Wow.
on. I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add a card.
Yeah.
You
he
are
needs-
now fighting with Mephisto.
Aw.
Bucky and Mephisto versus Warlock and Iron Man.
All right, I can work with that. I'm going to tell Mephisto, you deal with Warlock, I'll deal with Iron Man. I'll make Iron Man cry and
What?
tell him in the future, I might kill your parents. You don't know that for sure, but watch out. He'll be confused by that. Like, what's this kid talking about?
Oh, you
and
got
I'll
Iron
throw
Man
him
shaken.
into some ice and freeze him.
Okay. So you beat Iron Man.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
wow.
Mephisto
The
beats...
tears rusted the suit.
Mephisto could beat Warlock, I guess. Like, that's a toe-to-toe.
Yeah. I'd go with Mephisto.
I mean,
With,
his fighting ability is 1, but everything else is at 7. So
Yeah, and he's only got everything else.
yeah, his fighting ability is like, I can't fight, but I have infinite strength, infinite intelligence, infinite energy projection,
Wow.
infinite mental powers, and infinite speed. So
Yeah, I think if they didn't use their powers, then since Warlock has a fighting ability of 3, if they
Warlock
just
wins
do
the
a fist
fight.
fight,
So if Warlock can take away all of his infinite powers and just fight toe to toe,
There we
Warlock
go.
can win. All right,
Yeah.
Eli, thank you for the call. Thanks for
Thanks,
joining us
man.
on Show 100.
Thank you, guys. Congrats
Yeah.
again.
Thank
All of
you.
you are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
thank
awesome.
you. You're awesome. All right, do we have anyone else calling in, Doom?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
Hey there, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi. Hi, Matt. It's me, Jonathan. I don't know, you don't remember this voice. I was the one who voice called you a question before based
Sure.
on Guardians of the Galaxy's
Oh.
soundtrack.
Welcome back, Jonathan. It's good to hear you again. What's your question this time, sir?
Maybe you might have it on your Twitter question. It's about, do you think Savage Land might be in the MCU? Like,
Oh,
for
you know what?
example, the Runaway series.
I do have that down. I don't know
That was
that.
my tweet on it.
Well, oh yeah.
Just one.
I don't know that Marvel has the rights to Savage Land. It feels like Savage Lands
Mutants.
is an X-Men character.
Yeah.
That's where Sauron's from,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything else. So like,
Well, the reason why I think about it, because like in the Runaways they have Dino, like one
yeah.
the character's was a dinosaur. I was just wondering about that. That's all.
But her, it's Gertrude York's. What's the Gertrude York is the one who has the dinosaur. I can't remember the dinosaur's name off the top of my head. I know it's a velociraptor, but I don't. That is a completely separate thing from the Savage Lands, because her mom and dad are time travelers from the future, and that's how they get the dinosaur, because they genetically create this dinosaur and give to her as a pet that she then has a telepathic link with. So they
as
don't
one
need,
is wont to do.
You know, sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
it happens.
whatever. This is typical stuff. But they Old Lace. Thank you, Doom.
That's awesome.
Cool.
It's Gertrude and Old Lace. But they don't need the Savage Lands to have the dinosaur. Now, if I remember your Twitter question correctly, also, do you think the Runaways will have the dinosaur? I want them to. I would be a little disappointed if they didn't, because I feel like that's a very important part of her character. Maybe they'll change it that she has a telepathic link with an animal that they don't have to CGI, but she's got a telepathic link with a bulldog. Like, I would love that, but
There is a certain amount of I don't know if they would do this because it limits them on the feature side, but Marvel does have most of their rights as far as television goes. So
Sure.
The fact that Runaways is on TV means they actually still retain the rights to most of the X-Men like side properties, as long as they don't get shown on a feature film.
But Fox has the rights to also show that's why FX has Legion.
That was a special deal that they had to negotiate about a year or two ago.
All right. Interesting. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that we get to see the dinosaur, but I don't know that they'll do anything with the Savage Lands.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think too. I think thematically and environmentally, Wakanda could get you a lot of that same vibe.
Oh,
Yeah,
big time.
and then you
If-
get
if
to
they even-
then it's all
Which would be
linked.
cool.
Yeah.
If they even delve into like the cults of Wakanda, then
Yeah.
you'll definitely get that, because you have the White Gorilla cult. I
Yeah.
mean, you've got Sekhmet, lion goddess.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they just even start delving into that, you could have
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think you'll get a taste of it without them saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
I totally agree.
I think that can be done in Wakanda, and you can hit a lot of the same stuff that you would get with the Savage Land.
Yeah. I agree. Jonathan, does that answer your question, good sir?
Yeah. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you very much.
Of course. We're glad.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling us back, sir. Have a great Tuesday.
One last thing before I go.
Of course.
Oh, sure.
Well, it's about the future X-Men movies. Just want to make sure about what happens now in the movies besides Deadpool, besides X-Force, besides Wolverine, just besides those?
Oh man, that's all up in the air. No idea. I honestly believe this, and I like, this is not me confirming anything like what has happened in the past. I honestly believe Fox is looking to retool themselves in some capacity with Marvel.
I hope so.
I really, honest to God, believe that. I think maybe one of the reasons Inhumans has moved around a little bit is because now talks are starting. Maybe not necessarily with the X-Men, but maybe with like Fantastic Four, because Fox has proven a couple different things. While they don't necessarily handle the X-Men the best, they're still not terrible movies, and they're still relatively fun, and they can still turn a really good profit with them. Like like, I wasn't a giant fan of X-Men Apocalypse, but it wasn't terrible. It still had fun moments, and they made a profit on it, right? Same with Days of Future Past. First Class was great. Deadpool was incredible.
I hated First Class.
Did you really?
Hated it.
It had its moments, but like,
hated it.
But it was still, I think it was still fun, and it wasn't
Those
terrible.
actors are amazing.
Yeah.
And don't mistake that for good filmmaking.
All right, fair enough.
That was a melodrama. There were shots of maps for 25 minutes and like just weird like that. But those guys, Fassbender and McAvoy, are incredible actors, and they're so charismatic. But there was a lot of stuff. That was like the worst training montage I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna go ready to fight enemy mutants, get between two navies, and we'll get ready by throwing children out a window and running around a house. Like, that was it. Like, there was just a lot of stuff that was just like, it didn't feel right, and like just the roster, I was like, come on, and it's all done for Jennifer Lawrence, Mystique being the focal point of the X-Men. I hate, and I will always hate.
I'm a giant.
Hate that.
Not a big fan of that either.
And just make it Kitty Pryde. Jennifer Lawrence's Kitty Pryde would have been amazing.
That would have been great.
It would have been so fun.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like all this stuff, and I don't know, man. I think that if they could get, I think the success of Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Civil War, and what now Sony's doing with Spider-Man, and what we've heard, what we've seen, I hope that entices Fox to be like, hey, you want to touch these guys too? You know what I mean? Like, help us, because I think that everybody does better when you service the characters properly.
Totally agree. I totally agree. But the point that I'm making is that no, and I don't disagree with you on any of that. I think the point though is that Fox does not feel the need to go to Marvel for their X-Men characters. I feel like
bummer.
It's a total bummer for all of us, like, super fans. But in terms of Fox, they're like, no, we've got the X-Men stuff. Deadpool was one of the most successful films. Like, he's an X-Men considered. So I think probably Deadpool's going to lead to like New Mutants and X-Force. I think they're going to do a rated R kind of thing in that direction. Like,
they easily could.
Oh, absolutely. And I think Deadpool's going to be like a good sort of like Deadpool and now the sequel. I think New Mutants will follow the sequel, and they'll be introduced in the Deadpool sequel because they know that they've got eyes and they can get that. But X-Men, I think Fox is like, we've got this, we're fine. But the Fantastic Four, they would be idiots to think that they've got a handle on that at all. And I think that's what they're going to go to Marvel for.
Fantastic Four back to Marvel. Did this make everything easier?
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to give it back, but I think they'll probably make a deal similar to what Sony did with Spider-Man. But in terms of like what the future of the X-Men is over at Fox, who knows? No idea. So...
Yeah,
I think maybe they're on their heels a little bit from Apocalypse because maybe it didn't do as well as it could have, and it wasn't received critically. I think, but I still, as far as I understand, like Kinberg is still working on a fourth film that'll take place in the 90s with the same cast. So.
Uncanny.
Yeah, right. So anyway, thank you for your call, Jonathan.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
Happy 100 episodes.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Until next time, sir. I think we've probably got time for one more. What do you guys think?
Let's try it.
Yeah? Do we have one more there, Doom?
We do. Hey, caller, where are you calling from? What is your name?
Washington, D.C. My name's Tony.
Tony from D.C. What's up, man? What's your question, good sir?
Hey. Well, first of all, you got my Twitter message about the Doctor Strange figure from Hot Toys, right?
Yeah, no, the Doctor Strange what? I got a couple this week. Which one was it?
The Hot Toys figure.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's so good. Yeah, like it's a like a 6 scale like Doctor Strange. Like it's so cool. Okay. That's really, really cool. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna this Doctor Strange movie is gonna bankrupt me, and it's at the same time as a wedding. So this is terrible timing.
The whole Marvel franchise is bankrupting everyone.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, I got that. Thank you so much for that tweet. Do you have a good question for us today?
No, actually, I've been wanting to just say hello to you guys for a long time. I've been watching for a while, and you guys are doing great. And I just thank you guys for everything you're doing.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for calling. You want to play the card game with us?
Thanks for watching.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Play the card game with us. Let's shuffle this up a little bit. By the way, I should warn you, there's a couple DC characters thrown in just to throw a kink in the, just to throw a monkey in the works.
Oh.
All right, don't announce yours. Let me pull one. Let me pull one here for Tony from DC.
In the meantime, look at this ridiculous Doctor Strange.
Oh, so good.
So cool.
Toys.
It is so good. I love it. Yeah, that's gonna bankrupt me. All right, Tony from DC. You are playing as Cyclops.
Nice.
Cyclops. Your strength is 2. Your agility is 3. Your intelligence is 3. Yeah, you're Cyclops. You know Scott Summers.
You know what I like about that costume? He's got the No, not Cyclops. Doctor Strange. He's got in the cloak. There's specific stitching for his shoulders. Like it looks like it falls on his shoulders the right way. Next image you see, it looks really cool.
Like serious attention
It's not
to
just
detail.
a cape. It's it fits. It looks functional. It's cool.
No, it's the cloak of levitation. It has sort of a mystical enchantment and mind of its own.
Okay.
Yeah. I love
Okay. I just like the way it looks, Matt.
It's very interesting that he's Cyclops because he's going up against Rogue.
Oh.
1991 Rogue.
And
I'm gonna touch
who
you.
got, Cook?
I hate to break it to you guys. You're both toast because I've got Lobo.
Oh my God.
From DC.
I said DC character and then
And then that's the first one that you...
dude, I don't know. I think Lobo could actually win this fight. Tony, can you defend Cyclops against Lobo and Rogue?
Well, it depends on if DC ever tries to integrate Lobo in the movies, because then Cyclops has him hand down.
Cyclops could beat Lobo in the films?
No, if Lobo was ever created in the films, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. But could Cyclops beat Rogue?
As long as she doesn't touch him.
Well, but how does Cyclops beat Rogue if she does touch him? Can he?
No.
But here's the interesting thing. Here's what's interesting about Cyclops and Rogue. Sorry, Tony, go ahead.
No, I mean, if she takes his powers, is she going to really be able to control the lasers? I don't think so.
Well, I don't even think she needs to take his powers. She just punches up a big chunk of ground, throws it at him, and then as he's blasting that, she super speeds, flies, breaks the ground underneath him. He falls in the sewer, he drowns in the...
Yeah, and then
Lobo rides away.
I got my bounty.
Yeah. Lobo's thing is the weak spot is like, oh, they'll take care of each other.
Yeah.
Let me just go.
Yeah.
Tony, thanks for your call, man. We always appreciate hearing from you guys.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
All right, Doom. Should we sign off, or do we have a lot of calls coming in?
I mean, no one calling it at the moment.
Great, then we should probably lock this down, lock this up. Real quick, I want to say, Dr. Bex Wolf at Bex Wolf can't wait for this week's episode. Happy 100. Max Russell at Max Russell 66 has been watching since episode 1.
Woo.
Michael Beltran says, congrats on the big 100. Greetings from Gibraltar. He's our friend from Gibraltar.
Watch Gibraltar? Overwatch.
Yeah. And Darren Jock, our good friend who owns the spa in Pasadena, who I've been to, and he is a very good man with a very good spa.
Really?
Says it's the 100th episode, live right now. Come join the best damn Marvel show in the world. Congrats. We have one more caller on the line. This is going to be it. This is going to be it, right?
That was me deleting a note.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
So that's been our show. Matt Cook, thanks for coming back for show 100.
Thanks for having me. And guys, everybody that's been watching, thanks. I'm not here all the time, but I do keep tabs on you guys. And it's awesome, and it's been so fun, and I always love being able to come back and say hi and see what everybody's up to. So thanks for watching.
And we love having you back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And check out Man with a Plan on CBS, October 24th.
There we go.
October 24th.
Yeah.
And make sure, you know what you should do is do a live tweet blog to Matt Cook of what you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys
know.
should all live tweet the show and direct everything to Matt Cook.
To at Matt Cook tweeted.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, Markia, do you have anything coming up to talk about, or?
The usual stuff. Most of my things tend to be improv and live comedy related, so you actually have to be in Hollywood to see it.
Yeah.
But if you do happen to be in Hollywood, this Thursday, Doctor Who Live will be doing an improvised episode of Doctor Who
Nice.
at Pack Theater. That'll be at 8 p.m. And it's pay what you can. So it's kind of
super
free.
cool. That's
Just like whatever you have in your pocket, we'd appreciate.
Doom supports the pack.
Yeah. So that, and then right after at 9:30, I'll be in Big Yellow Taxi, where it's Taxi Cab Confessions meets Improv. We have
I love it. That's a fun
we have
show.
a special guest driver each week, and we have Christina Anthony this Thursday.
Cool.
So, and she's a powerhouse. She's amazing.
That's great. That's fun.
So yeah. You guys want to check out that. Otherwise than that, Twitter and Instagram at Markia McCarty, MARKEIA MCCARTY. And if you are interested in Blue Apron, I do have Instagram pictures of that because I Instagram a lot of things.
I got nothing going on except a wedding right now. That is like, I mean, other than
That's
just like,
big.
it's huge.
Yeah.
It's like, it takes a lot of time to do a wedding. I don't know. Thank you, audience. I appreciate it. No, but it's all good. It's all good.
so
Like
exciting.
it's so exciting.
And I will say this: it's never too late to not do it.
Wait,
Until it's too late.
Should I not?
Like
do
you
it?
don't have to give if you don't want to.
Should I not do it?
Well, before we started, you were
do
like,
you
I don't
mean
know, man. I'm
eloping?
just not very sure about this whole,
That
and I'm
is-
just want to
I-
say, you don't have to.
I
if
didn't
you,
say that
No,
at
you like
all. No,
really
no,
cornered
I
me, and you're like,
didn't-
what should I do? And I'm
I
like,
didn't
if you
say
don't
that at
feel
all.
it, like,
I didn't
no,
say
I know
that
you're
at
so
all.
excited.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited for you, man. It's so cool.
My fiance's watching this show going, wait, what did he say?
Are you ever not going to fall for that?
Well, thanks for joining our show. As usual, you can follow us on Twitter at Marvel News PTN or on Facebook /Marvel News Show. I am at the Matt Key on Twitter, and we'll see you next week. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.
Happy 100.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Kristian Harloff, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.
All right, hey. All right, good job, guys. Let's just not come in tomorrow. Let's just take a day.